Hello guys, welcome once again. This is Tech PBA. Thanks for joining me. So in this video, I'm going to take you through how to connect your network printers to your local area network. So if you have a small office or a home office with an existing network in place, you would want to learn how to connect that printer to your local area network easily so that other network users can print to the same printer. Even if you find yourself in an organization, I'm sure the organization will have a network in place, so you need to learn how to connect your network printers to your organization's local area network. So I'm doing this on an HP Color LaserJet Pro 3203DW. When we are done physically connecting the printer to the local area network, we will then access the printer's control screen to view the IP address that would be automatically assigned to the printer. So an IP address basically is an address computers and computers alike, like printers, mobile phones, routers, they use to communicate over a local area network. So when we connect the printer to the local area network, the printer would be given an automatic IP address. It would obtain an IP address automatically, and because it's automatic, it is dynamic. It changes from time to time. So a time will come where the IP address will change, which would cause connection and printing issues for any computer or any person that was previously able to print to the same printer. To make sure that doesn't happen, we will use the automatically assigned IP address to access the printer's embedded web server, also known as the EWS, to make the IP address static so that it wouldn't change in the future and cause any issues, any printing or connection issues to the printer. When all is set, I will then install the printer on this PC, this same PC, through the network using the IP address that we will manually set on the printer's EWS without me downloading any drivers and software from the HP website, or without even connecting the USB cable, but rather we will install the printer through the network. So let's delve in now. This works across most HP printers and other brands of printers. So one thing you're going to need for this is a network cable, what we also refer to as an Ethernet cable. So when you have that, you would want to connect one side of that Ethernet cable or the network cable to a network socket in your network setup. If you don't have such a network socket in your network setup, you would want to connect one end of the network cable to any of the ports at the back of the router. You can see that at the back of the router there are some ports with the same color. You want to connect one end of the port or one end of the cable to any of those ports, leaving the ports or without connecting it to the ports with a different color. So when the one side of the cable is connected to either the back of the router or the network sockets on your network setup, you'd want to connect the other end of the network cable to the back or to the network ports at the back of your network printer, just as we are looking at right now. And then when the printer is powered on, you would see a green light and then an amber light lit on the network ports. You can see that the green light is solid, and then the amber light is blinking, which will indicate that your printer has successfully joined the network and has been assigned an IP address. We'll talk more about IP addresses as we go on this in this video. So on the printer's control screen, you want to press on the menu and then scroll down to settings, scroll to the network settings, and then press the Ethernet settings. You can set it up, you can set this printer up as a Wi-Fi printer or a wireless printer, but that is not what we are doing. So I'll select the Ethernet settings, press on that, And then I'll select the Ethernet details or the Ethernet information, Ethernet details, yeah, to be specific. Press on the OK to view the Ethernet details. Scroll up to view the IP address your internet router or your network router has assigned to this particular printer. In this case, the IP address the network router or the internet router has assigned to this printer is 192.168.0.108. That is what we are going to use in this video. So that IP address was assigned to this printer automatically by the internet router or the network router. So on a computer connected to the same network as the printer, this computer can be a laptop or a desktop, but it has to be connected to the same network as the printer. Open any browser at all. In my case, I'm going to use the Google Chrome browser. You can use Microsoft Edge or Firefox. And then in the address bar, I will type the IP address we saw on the printer's control screen. The IP address that was leased to rates automatically. In my case, it's 192.168.0.108. Press enter when that is done. And then when you are presented with this error message, click the advanced and then click the proceed to the address. This would load your printer's web configuration page, also known as the embedded web server for this particular printer, HP Color LaserJet Pro 3203. So the home screen presents you the ink levels of your printer. So you can see that they are fairly not used. So on the left, I'm going to click on the network. So select the network since we want to change the IP address of this printer and make it static so that it doesn't change in the future. And then you have a whole lot of other settings. You can set this printer up as a Wi-Fi printer as we saw earlier on the printer's control screen. So click the primary Ethernet option and then you'll be presented with this screen to type your PIN to make any changes on the embedded web server. So to find the PIN for the embedded web server, you need to open the printer's cartridge access area and then you will find your PIN right there. So note the PIN down and then type it in this box where it is written enter PIN. So type it there and then this should allow you to make changes on your printer's EWS or the embedded web server. Click the sign in when you are done and now you are presented with the settings. So select IP config, select the IPv4 configuration, and then under IP address configuration or the IP configuration method, we are going to click on the DHCP. That is the automatic way of assigning IP address, and then select the manual option right there. So when you select the manual, you can see that the IP, we have the IP address, which is 108. We have the subnet mask, and then we have the default gateway. You don't really need to worry about the subnet mask and the default gateway. So I'll change the address to 192.168.0.244. In your case, you can leave the initial address that was there without changing it. So you can leave it at, in this case, 108. But I have a set of IP addresses I have reserved on this network for printers and other devices. That is why I am changing it to the 244. But in your case, if you don't manage your system, if you don't manage your network, you can leave it as that. And then when you scroll down, there's what we call the DNS address configuration. Over here, it has also been changed to manual automatically. You don't have to do anything about it. It picked the DNS addresses on the network automatically. Click apply and then you will get this message that when you click OK, you would need to update the IP address you changed in the address bar, else you will not be able to connect to the printer's embedded web server when the settings are eventually saved onto the printer. So we successfully changed the IP address. So if I'm to refresh, or when I click the refresh or reload button on the browser, you would see that because I have changed the IP address, the embedded web server will not load. So all I need to do is to update the IP address to the IP address I set. So I'm going to change the last number, what we call octet, to 244, and then press enter. Now the embedded web server should load. Click advanced, click proceed to load the EWS of your printer. Again, you see your home screen with the ink levels. So I'll take you there once again. Click the network, select the primary Ethernet, and then we are going to view the settings that we changed. Type the pin as we saw earlier, and then click the sign in. So this is just to confirm that the settings, the changes that we made to the settings on the EWS have been saved successfully. So select IP config, select IPv4 configuration, and then we can see that the manual configuration is still there. Everything is as it is, or as they were after we saved the configuration. So from here, I'm going to set up the printer on this computer, on this PC, through the network without using a USB cable. So I'm going to connect to the printer. I'm going to set up the printer on this PC through the network. So I'll click start, select settings, click on devices, select printers and scanners, click the add a printer or scanner, and wait for the printers on your network to finish loading, and then you have the option the printer that I want isn't listed, so select that, and then through this process you can add the printer using the host name or IP address. Select the auto detect option in the device type, and then the host name or IP address. Type the IP address you set as the static IP address for your printer, in my case 192.168.0.244. click the next button, and then just wait for the printer to be auto detected over the network and to be configured and installed on your PC. And this process doesn't require you to install any printer drivers or any printer software at all. So you can see that the printer, that is the printer name showing there. Click next, select the do not share this printer, click next again, select the print a test page button there to print a test page to test the connection of your printer to your PC, or from the PC to the printer. And I can tell you for a fact that the test page has printed successfully. So I have installed this network printer. We initially joined to the network on this PC through the network without any USB cable connection from this PC to the printer. So yes guys, kindly click on the subscribe button down this video to support us to bring you more of such videos. Click the like button if this was helpful, share the video, turn on notifications, and then I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you. Bye.